welcome back to Trash Talkin.
I'm Reg.
I'm E, and we'll talk about everything but hockey this week.
Oh, sorry, I just pulled in and I parked my car, and Mark Sanchez was across the street. I want to make sure everything's okay. I know he wouldn't probably fight a guy my age.
I was going to say, you usually goes for like 70-year-olds. It's not really his thing.
I just don't want him to do it.
Mark Sanchez, he's not going to be remembered for the most embarrassing play anymore. He'll be embarrassed for the most embarrassing felony now. It's good for him. You got to replace the butt fumble.
You're in the hospital, you get charged.
Yeah. We're going to talk about your Broncos today. We're going to talk about a little bit of baseball. We're not going to talk about any hockey because the Sabre season's already over. We just lost Norris for significant time. We traded him for Cousins. He's already hurt. So, you know, the sky's already falling in Sabreland. So we won't talk any hockey. But we'll talk about another team whose sky's falling, who I'm very happy for, the Eagles. We're going to talk about your Broncos beating the Eagles. And since we're doing this a little later in the week, we'll also throw in a little bit about the Giants Eagles. So is the Broncos win over the Eagles, does that make them serious contenders?
Oh, God, yeah. You look at what's happening in the AFC, which never happened for years.
Yeah.
If Kansas City lose at home to Detroit, they're 2-4. If Lamar Jackson won't play, they're going to get killed by the Rams. They're going to be 1-5. The Bills had an easy schedule, lost to a decent team. They're 4-1. Everybody is coming down. There's no Joe Burrow. The Chargers lost 2 running backs. They got no offensive line. This is the year where somebody can jump in. That was a huge
it's really big.
Great play calling by Sean Payton. Good comeback. Bo Nix showed a lot in the fourth quarter. They stayed in the game. The defense kept them there.
Yeah.
Their next 5 games are at the Jets, the Giants and Dallas at home, at Houston, and the Raiders at home. So if they can win those 5, you could be 8-2.
Yeah.
You know, in a year where the Chiefs are going to lose a few more games.
Yeah.
The Bills look like they're going to lose a few more games. Baltimore's done. Pittsburgh could be the best team.
For GR. They thought it was 17-0, but it's already done.
They didn't look that good.
They don't
they didn't look that good.
The AFC, we always think Baltimore. I mean,
yeah,
it's wide open.
Looks like, did we both pick Baltimore to win it? I think I picked the Bucs to win it all.
Look at all the
I can't believe it.
Baltimore has. I mean, they're never.
So you're telling me Cooper Rush wasn't that good? It's almost like he wasn't good ever. It's, you know, and we all had to have conversations in 2022 about who's better, Cooper Rush or Dak. It's almost like he sucked the whole time. God,
lifetime backup.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
It's wide open, and the NFL wants that anyway.
Yeah.
They want a little bit of parity.
It's nice.
I mean, in the Eagles, you know, it looks good on them losing 2 games in a week. They weren't happy when they were 4-0. Now they're 4-2. How are they going to act?
Yeah.
I mean, they got pushed around by the Giants.
And they didn't look good. They weren't a good 4-0.
We could have beat them.
I would say we should have beat them.
Damn, their offense.
Tampa should have beat them.
Isn't doing nothing.
No,
like, they're not scaring anybody.
Well, luckily, you know, Jalen Hurts, after throwing for like 100 yards, always comes to the press conference, you know, giving Batman quotes and stuff. He thinks he's the man. It's that team doesn't look good, the Eagles, and it's because Jalen Hurts isn't good. Like he's throwing 35% on throws past 10 yards because he's not good. And we need to, well, he's won, and he went to 2.
They still could do what they did last year. You never know.
But to me, he can't.
But the NFC is a lot better.
Like that team is like, it kind of pisses me off because, and I know there's not a Russell Wilson fan at this table, but everyone made fun of Russell Wilson when he was getting carried by the Legion of Boom, but he was doing his part. He wasn't like the greatest quarterback on that team, but he was still a game manager. And we kind of make fun of him a little bit for those days. And Jalen Hurts will be remembered as somebody who won a Super Bowl, and people still put him in the top 10. And it's ridiculous because the guy is not that good at football. I wish he was because I loved him in college. But I mean, to move a little bit to the Giants game, he missed a wide open 90-yard touchdown. Wide open.
I saw that.
I would have hit that. I would have hit that just by willing the ball there. I would have shot put it wide open. But to answer the real question, the Broncos are contenders because I'm not impressed by a single team in the league this year. Not my own, obviously. Not the Chiefs, who I usually am, although I'm more impressed by them this year than last year. The Ravens are all hurt.
I'm more impressed with the Colts than any
other
team.
Yeah, like I actually trust the Colts. But the Broncos defense is so good. Bo Nix has played good the last couple games. He's 8 touchdowns, 3 picks, I think, in the last couple games. Sean Payton's gone. Whenever you guys miss something, it's not because Sean Payton's missing the call. It's execution. He's a great play caller. He's a great coach. So you guys really got a good guy.
They drafted so in the last 5 or 6
Benito
years,
looks so good.
Everything. Benito,
he looks so good.
He should be defensive player of the year. They got Jonathan Cooper. They drafted. Even that Barron, I like him. They drafted. you got Surtain on one side. They got a good pass rush. They come
the
after
team's
you.
great. Like you guys have a really
Injuries
strong
is the only
team.
thing that could slow them down.
Yeah.
Their offensive line is the second year. They haven't had so far injuries. If they can keep that.
Right now, you guys are probably the
backs.
team I trust most in the AFC because I do trust the Colts, but I also know that Daniel Jones is throwing the football and anything could happen. He could turn
We're
pumpkin.
2 plays away from being.
Yeah, you guys.
Right now,
Yeah. So I would be, and as a kind of a Bo Nix, I tell everyone. So every one of my friends knows that Uncle Phil is a Broncos fan. So when the Broncos win or lose, or if it's a bad loss, how's Uncle Phil feeling? And because I love my uncle, I'm going for the Broncos too. I always root for the Broncos in the AFC. I don't hate Bo Nix. I didn't see a lot from Bo Nix in college. I think he's looked really good the last couple of games. I've started to hate on him so much that I'm rooting for him
Sean
like
Payton's
an underdog.
helped him a lot.
Like an
Sean
underdog.
Payton's helped him a lot.
Yes. He just has to, and I'm not like a quarterback mechanic
That's every
guy,
quarterback.
but he just has to
Your
fix
coach is
some
gonna
things.
work
He's
with
got to
him.
fix. He gets really excited, and like the only guy who I've ever seen get away with that is Aaron Rodgers, and it's because he was like generational. But when he stands in there and makes a throw, he's awesome to watch. He's got a little bit of scatabo in him, where it's like he's fired up. He's gonna will himself to make it.
He wants to prove everybody wrong.
Yeah, which is a good
Sutton's
thing.
a beast. He
Yeah,
makes every big
know.
catch.
Cortland Sutton's
If the ball's
underrated.
there,
Yeah.
he'll catch it, man. Oh, man.
No, the team is good, and when you have a great coach, you can do anything. So I'm definitely gonna go. Broncos are serious contenders.
Just
now.
look at in 3 years from the embarrassment of Russell Wilson and the contract. Not too many teams could
There is a
be
lot.
where they are now.
Yeah.
With the cap space that was hit
Yeah.
with Russell Wilson. I mean, they've had to work around a lot of things.
You guys went through, like Joe Flacco, Teddy Bridgewater, all those guys, Case Keenum,
Yeah.
and to get here, I'm rooting for you guys to finally. I think you guys have your guys.
This is a trap game, but these are ones you have to win. You can't let up. You're playing a bad team.
Are you guys
Just do
in?
it. It's in London. I think
London.
get rid of those games too.
You're gonna have to get up early tomorrow morning.
Nobody wants to watch 9:30 games.
You're getting up
Seriously,
early.
Nobody wants.
At least it's a game where you guys
Well,
should
not in the
just
morning.
take care of business.
No.
I think you guys should just take care of business.
They
either
should,
way.
yeah. If you're a really good
Jets
team,
are
that's
scrappy,
what
though.
you do, though.
The Jets were scrappy against us, and
Yeah, but-
for a minute.
For
Just for a
half,
minute.
for about
The
a
offense isn't as bad as everyone says it is. The defense for some
Defense
reason is
is
horrible.
It's not as good as they used to be.
That wasn't. I mean, Gardner was doing pretty decent on Pickens, and then the top,
Yeah.
it fell under like Pickens deep touchdown. But Gardner holds a lot. But I think I should. It's a -6.5 spread.
They should
That's my
win
pick of the
easy.
week. That's a little spoiler.
That will be
So yeah, it's my pick. So, but the Eagles. We'll talk a little bit about the Eagles Thursday night. That was embarrassing.
You know what? That was bad. Jackson Dart, I think, is going to be good.
I think so too. I like them at Ole Miss.
Unfortunately, now they don't have Blake
Neighbors,
Neighbors,
I know, that
so he
sucks.
doesn't have great receivers to
No.
throw to, so you can't blame him.
Robinson has looked good though.
Yeah,
He's a good
I
receiver.
like little
Oh.
Jordan Humphrey. He's a
Little
Bronco,
Jordan Humphrey.
former Bronco.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
I think he's 6'4". He's
The
a weapon.
Jags are funny. They're not that bad.
They're not.
That home, they can
Played us
against
well, man. That was a big game.
against New Orleans. Yeah, they could have beat Dallas and
Neighbors was amazing.
New Orleans, they turned the ball over 5 times
Yeah,
and lost.
You
the
can't
game.
win a game like
The
that.
week before, they beat the Chargers. So
And Scadabo's he's a
He's
wagon.
great. What
There's
a
something so
draft.
much fun about
Isn't
him.
he fun? That's just his name.
It's-
He's actually
I
good.
remember being at Grandma's house watching college football playoff that game that he went off.
yeah,
That guy is
You can't-
unbelievable.
That's the first time I
Yeah,
ever heard his name
that
like
guy. And I thought right there, I was like, I'm
That's
happy who we got a running
He's
back
very
because Javante's great. But I remember sitting there going like, someone's gonna steal this
Someone's
guy,
gonna
and because he's small. There's that
Tough.
meme going around of Moneyball when
Yeah.
he's like, oh, this guy's small. He really can't run too fast, but
They
he's
run
a
you over.
freaking wagon
They
though.
run you
But
over.
every time he runs, he's willing to get CTE
He
running.
got a
It's unbelievable.
15-yard penalty the other night for yelling
Oh, my
first
God.
down to the guy, and the ref.
We got to chill on this
That's
stuff.
terrible.
It's starting to get a little
I don't
annoying.
know. It's
That was
crazy.
horrible.
Yeah, like-
Big deal what he yelled.
And honestly, like in a game so amped up and so driven by hitting each other,
That's all you say.
we can flex on people.
Yeah.
Like we can do that whole thing. I agree you can't do the
Yeah.
the gun thing like they used to do, but just let the guy be amped. It's
that
fun.
That guy is great. They got a lot of young players. The defense when healthy.
They got
they'll be
players
all
perfect
right.
for New York too.
Yeah,
Because
so that's
Scadabo
what
is a
I'm
New
saying.
York player through
He's-
and through. Some
Jackson
guys are
Dart
just
will be
giants.
too. He's tough.
I think
can
he's
run.
good. I think he'll be more of a game manager,
Yeah.
but just like what I was most like impressed by was him extending plays. I wasn't impressed by his arm, and I don't think I'll ever be because I think that's something that he'll have to keep, because he's not a strong arm guy. That was never seen at Ole Miss, but he extends plays, and I don't like the Giants. I never had a reason to hate the Giants because they've been horrible my whole life. That's just how it is. But they are a wagon. Like I find, you guys saw good Giants. You know, the Giants haven't beaten us, you know, a lot in my life, so I don't really hate them. And I find myself kind of they're a wagon to get on. Like if we're gonna circle the wagons for anyone, I like the Giants. I really do think they'll be okay. And I think Russ held them back. I don't think. I mean, I guess they put up 37 against us, but Russ looked horrible against the Chiefs. I believe Jackson Dart could have competed against the Chiefs. They were only they scored 23 points, the Chiefs, or something like that. Like,
no,
so
they're not far off.
They're not far off. The Eagles, however, the sky's falling.
The Eagles, I think, right now, personally, wow, they beat the Rams, which was lucky. They blocked it.
Yeah, again, they should be.
The Rams are funny. Tampa Bay is really playing good,
and
Seattle's a good team too. So.
That's why the NFC is wide open now.
Tampa Bay has to come back and win every game.
But they got the quarterback to do it.
They do it,
and it feels the NFC is wide open for the Lions now.
They look better this year than they do last year.
Yeah, which is weird. Hutchinson's back, and he looks great.
Yeah. The offense doesn't miss a beat.
Yeah, no. It clearly wasn't just Ben Johnson. It was nice to see.
It's the system. It's the players.
So let's move to Chiefs versus Jags. Is the Chiefs season in jeopardy, or are the Jags actually kind of good?
Wow, the Chiefs season isn't in jeopardy. If they lose this week, they're 2-4. They could run off 8 wins in a row. But the more losses they get, maybe they don't win the division. You got to play an extra road game in the playoffs. It's funny because he brought him back, and you thought, "Oh, the game's over. Here we go again." And then the defense let him down, and Jacksonville came back. I think Jacksonville's a lot better. I don't think they're great. They're way better. They're way better coached. Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback, and that was a statement win for him.
Yeah,
he has good players around him.
Yeah,
to win that division, I mean, Houston is down. Indy is up.
Yeah.
Jacksonville's already beat Houston, so no, Jacksonville is better. I think they needed a win like that because that would have been heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough for them this week to get back up after an emotional Monday night. But if Kansas City beat Detroit at home this week, they're fine. Then they're 3-3.
Oh, they're definitely fine.
Now they're back on, but it's harder for the Chiefs to win this year.
I'm more impressed in this year though than I was last year. I already said that, but I think the offense, Mahomes looks really good again. So he's obviously back. So the Chiefs, I watched the Chiefs-Jags game very closely because it was a big fantasy thing for me. I was down 7 going against ETN, and I plugged in Kareem Hunt, and Kareem Hunt got 2 touchdowns. And so I was up 3 when Trevor Lawrence went to give ETN the touchdown, but he fell and he ran it himself, so I won. So that was why I was very excited. But that was a great play by Lawrence, not just because it saved my fantasy season, but because most people are just down and the play's over. And he just.
I wonder if Tony Romo was watching.
I was going to say that was a very Romo.
Chris Jones got all kinds of money.
Oh, he just watched it.
He was there standing around
just watched it.
Whether they wanted to let him in to get the ball back, but I don't think they would have at that point. But he didn't really hustle.
No, so the defense, that was a bad drive.
Yeah, not a good look on him. But Jacksonville needed a win like that.
They are kind of good. Yeah, they have some great players on the defense side now too. Like Devin Lloyd looks great.
They've been bad coach for a few years.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence, maybe now he's got a good offensive.
Yeah, Liam Cohen's a
coach.
He's done really well.
Good offensive coach. So he's got a good arm, Lawrence, as long as he doesn't get hurt.
I've been a hater for him too. I guess this is a QB hater episode. But I was never a big Trevor Lawrence guy, but I also felt like a win like that can maybe get you rolling because he hadn't looked good so far this year until the last 2 games. Yeah. He had a horrible start, but I don't know. That's an it's an overused word now. That's an aura game. That's like you have your swagger. That I can't believe the Colts and Jags that's their division now. I don't know if the Texans have it.
The Colts are for real. They're not.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Their offense, it's hard to stop them. They just keep moving the ball.
So how Daniel Jones leaves New York, who now New York looks like they're thriving again, but whose fault could that have been in New York? Because Daniel Jones looks good now that he's out, and Jackson Dart looks good that he's in. Same coach.
Of pressure on Daniel Jones in New York, I know, but
he was an early.
The system wasn't that good, and maybe needed a few years to get better. But he's coached well in Indy.
Steichen is a great coach.
He's a great coach. Yeah. They have a good running game.
Yeah,
they have a great offensive line.
This guy had Barkley.
Decent receivers. I mean,
yeah, I guess I like Daniel Jones more than most people did out of that draft. A lot of people hated. He was obviously a reach. He was an early pick.
He was an early pick.
Out of Duke, quarterback out of Duke gets picked early. It's kind of weird, but. Yeah, I'd never seen him look like this in New York. And he still had Dayball and he had Barkley.
But he's throwing the ball so quick.
Yeah.
That's why he's throwing.
Maybe it's his system. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a system. He's getting the ball out of his hands. They're moving the ball.
Yeah. And it's kind of crazy that the there was a graphic from 2019 where it was the AFC Championship was like Nick Foles, like AFC and NFC was like Nick Foles, Case Keenum, Blake Bortles, and Tom Brady. We might get something like that this year. Like there's a serious chance, and I know it's early. AFC Championship is Bo Nix versus Daniel Jones, a young quarterback versus someone like Daniel Jones who was cast off, and then we get Jared Goff and Sam Darnold in the NFC Championship game.
See if the Bills are for real once they start playing road games and good teams, and then
let that be a lesson to you Bills fans. Stop, like shut up sometimes. Like anything can happen, and they haven't looked that good. So let this weekend be a lesson. And the Patriots look really good too.
Actually, Drake May
looks awesome.
He actually is another good draft quarterback. Look at,
isn't it crazy that Caleb might be the worst quarterback in that draft class? I love Caleb, but
Drake May, I didn't think he was that great in college. He was good.
Yeah,
he's really, with not a lot around him either.
He should have stayed in North Carolina with Bill Belichick.
Yeah,
that's what he should have.
Yeah. Did you see Brady? There was a comparison on Facebook with Brady and Drake May in a certain amount of time, and how they were dead even and everything. Yeah.
No, he's really good, and he's huge, and he's fast. Like he's like a prototype quarterback.
Throws the ball nice too.
That throw on the run, I don't know if I think it was to Kayshawn. It was unbelievable throw. Like that's just. If I'm the Bills, I'm not comfortable in that division.
That's a statement win for him, bringing them down to get a field goal, game-winning field goal on the road.
Yeah.
These quarterbacks are. That we thought weren't that great.
They're
great. Actually getting wins
and kind of lucky because Tua apparently stinks. So that division is Patriots and Bills.
Yeah,
could be for the next.
Yeah, they're done.
And the Jets can't figure it out. But all right, let's move to some baseball. Oh, by the way, my answer is the Chiefs season is not in jeopardy because they are the Chiefs. All right, let's move to Jays, Yankees. I can't believe I was rooting for the Jays so much, and the Yankee fans booed the Canadian anthem, and I was like, all right, I'm Canadian tonight. I'm a Jays fan. What do you take on that series?
Well, don't go by my picks from last week. That's for sure in baseball. But
Me too.
It just proves the Yankees. That's all they have is a bunch of 220 hitters who hit 20 home runs and strike out 150 times each. That's all they can do is hit home runs. Losing Garrett Cole was huge, obviously.
It's a whole totally different series.
They didn't have Cole the whole year.
Yeah.
Their pitch is not great to begin with, but their hitting is hit and miss.
Yeah.
It looked good on them. I don't know how he still has a job, Aaron Boone.
Because he had a home run in 2003.
But
that's why he has a job.
The Jays just demolished. I mean, in one game they let up and they
should have.
That should have been a 3.
They could have swept them.
They
should have been a 3.
Actually swept them. Yes.
Now Savage is unbelievable.
I mean, I feel Aaron Judge had a good playoff.
Yeah, finally.
Nobody can say nothing about him, but I feel sorry for him because on that team, Stanton, I don't know how old he is, but he's older.
He can't move.
Bellinger apparently is going to leave.
Yeah.
So they're right back to where they started.
Chisholm, I think Chisholm's still there. He's under contract.
There, but I mean, they're hit and miss. They could go on a week where they all hit, and then they go a week where nobody's hitting.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it looked good. I still can't believe the Jays hitting is like it is. I mean, they're lights out even in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's just a full team. That's like the 04 Sox bunch of idiots team.
Yeah,
like there's nobody besides Vladdy who's a superstar on that team. Like that is just a team full of great, good players that play together.
And that kid pitcher,
Savage. Oh my God, he looked good.
Holy man,
that's the thing. Like
they kept him over Max Scherzer.
Yeah, I wonder if Scherzer will get on the roster for the ALCS. I don't know if he will. He's been bad, but it's the Jays are proof that in the playoffs, yes, you need your stars to show up, but you also need a couple guys to come out of nowhere. Like the Sox have always had. Victorino was a great player, but 2013 Victorino was unbelievable. Guys like JD Drew, like he had guys come out of nowhere, and they are like I know if you follow the Jays closely this season, you know some of these names. But Ernie Clement, Addison Barger, these guys making big hits. They're big hits in the playoffs, and you probably didn't know them during the regular season. Exactly. And it's not a guy. Kike Hernandez did that. And I know we didn't win at all, but Kike Hernandez is in my lifetime one of the best playoff performers who's not good during the regular season.
You don't hear him all year.
Even with the Dodgers, that's why he's there. Yeah. Kike that year for us was batting like 211 and then batted like 420 in the playoffs. So you need guys like that. Jackie Bradley Jr. did the same thing. Yeah. You need but what I feel bad about, and I don't feel bad about much for the Yankees. I don't like the Yankees, but there was a moment where Aaron Judge, we almost had an Aaron Judge legacy moment when he hit that 3-run shot, and now. Like, it's not that you will never remember that, but it now means nothing. He lost series 3-1. So it's like he's done this before. Made a beautiful catch. But when you think of Aaron Judge, all you are going to think about, you always have those thoughts. Big Papi, you have the grand slam down 5-1, beating the Yankees. It's still the Dodgers drop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one.
It's still the drop. And this is this Yankee team, and what it's been for like the last 10 years. They're not a Yankee team. There's no Yankees on the team.
Joe Torre said it. He was quoted as saying they're just riding the path.
Yeah,
they do not have passion.
But there's also like Jeter was a Yankee.
They're not even close to winning next
No.
year.
But they're gonna spend money. They're gonna get someone like Tucker.
They have to get somebody.
Yeah, they'll get someone like Tucker. But there's no identity
Guys like Volpe,
here. He's
Grisham.
why is he's on the team because he's Italian. He's an Italian guy in the Bronx, and he was a prospect. Like
He'll
he's
have
not
a good
fun.
game or two every now and again, and I'm
the Jays did this with a Boba
Yeah, and he might be coming back.
Yeah.
We saw him jogging the
players
other
in the
day.
league.
Saw him jogging the other
That's
day.
right.
He
I never
might be
Wait till
back.
he comes back.
The Jays are a wagon,
Yeah,
sadly. They're a wagon.
They're going to be good for a while because they're young.
Yeah, no, that's a young team. They locked in Vladdy.
That might be turning
Their
a bit.
pitching staff, they have a lot of pitching.
This is one of those teams that, like, I hate the logo. I hate the team. I can't hate the players on this team. Like, they're kind of fun. Like, Vlad is fun. Clement's fun. Barger's fun.
They should beat Seattle.
I think they
They
will. I
should
think
be.
Seattle has a better chance than
Yeah.
Detroit, obviously. But
I can't see Seattle hitting that much. And listen, they got to fly today all the way across the country after playing 15 innings last night.
different country.
Toronto's been rested.
Yeah.
Just, come on.
You
I
think
mean, that should be a gift.
You
for
think
the
they can
Jays.
beat the NL?
No.
They good enough?
No, the NL wins to me.
I think that, no, they shouldn't sniff the Dodgers.
Yeah, I don't think anyone touches the NL
What do you
team.
guys pick?
It'll be Jays
I
Dodgers.
picked the Phillies, so thanks to the pitcher.
Yeah. It'll be Jays Dodgers. It feels like
But
the
I
Cubs
can't
are
see
kind
it.
of fun too.
I
But
can't see the Cubs or Milwaukee beat the Dodgers.
No, the Dodgers are
just
just
turn it on when they have to.
Imagine those guys got Juan Soto. Imagine they
Shouldn't even play. But the Jays are actually fun. To
they're
watch
fun. They're a
hitting
fun
wise.
team. Like I found myself rooting for
They're
them.
never out of
really
the game.
weird.
They can come back at any time.
And that's a statement beating the Yankees. I know the Yankees aren't the Yankees of old, but a Canadian team, manhandling the Yankees, like that's not something that I would have thought. I didn't think it was. I thought the Yankees were going to beat the Jays just off star power. But Rogers Center was rocking. Like I was kind of excited for them. Like Kirk is someone we don't talk about a lot, but Kirk's good. He's my hero, man. He's 5'6". I love him.
Well, yeah.
He's a great player. And the Yankees, where they go from here, I don't know, because you can't blow it up because you do have an all-time great. And he's the only guy on the team who feels like a Yankee. Like it's like Rivera, Jeter. Those guys were Yankees. Bellinger's not a Yankee. Like, you cannot put on those evil colors and not be a Yankee. Like Chisholm's not a Yankee. He Euro steps to home plate when he hits a home run. He's not a. There's something that's so not Yankee. And Boone is not a good coach. And let's stop dressing him up as something.
He's been there way too long. First of all, way too long. He's living off his.
He's living off a home run.
Too long.
Yeah.
This guy can't win a World Series.
Yeah, no.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
He's not. He's just.
There's no Joe Torre.
There's no. You got to have like a Darth Vader at the top of the evil empire, and they don't. They just have a guy who did something cool 22 years ago. And what I don't understand is like all the fans want him gone. Like, how is the organization not picking up on this like loss of momentum? And I don't know. Maybe they're kind of the Cowboys of the MLB, just living out their past. That's
in the past. They won how many World Series? Well, let's talk the last 15 years, 20 years, like
and
2009.
I don't know. The Steinbrenners are a very proud family. It feels like little brothers owned you for 25 years now. I know they just beat us,
when they
but
won back in the day because they would spend the
Yeah.
most money and
but they're
nobody
still
else.
spending.
No, but nobody
Yeah.
else would spend.
Yeah, I guess no one else
So
would, but
nobody else did what they did.
Now you got-
Now
Like-
the Dodgers and
Yeah,
everybody else.
that's true.
Red Sox, Red Sox.
But like as soon as the season ended, the first thing that people are predicting is Cal Tucker's going to be a Yankee. Like, and if you go into next year with a lineup that in the middle looks like Judge, Tucker, Chisholm, even Ben Rice is great, and Stanton, who was hitting at an MVP level, like that has to be contender. I just don't believe they will ever be. And Garrett Cole's going to be back. Fried was really good. Rodon is all right.
Jays hit Fried though.
Shittler. I call him Shittler, but yeah, Shittler.
He's actually good.
He's really good.
He's actually good.
But he's a loser. Like he's fighting with people online.
Oh,
like Boston fans. Like he's kind of weird.
He's kinda-
Poppy almost got in trouble. Did anyone see Big Poppy
No. With him?
try and pronounce Schlittler's name?
No. Oh,
He compared it to a certain dictator.
Oh,
Did he really?
He goes, yeah, it sounded like Hitler. It was like,
Oh.
and he's like, we should go to break. Poppy called him Cam. It's like, oh, that was bad. It was funny, but yeah,
I
no.
like Poppy and Vlad. They're
Poppy and Vlad.
Yeah,
that made me want to go
was
for the
good.
Jays.
That was good.
That made me want to go for the
I
Jays.
know, me too.
It's nice. I'm kind of rooting for the Jays as much as I don't like them. I'm rooting for Canada. It's like I rooted for the Raptors. Obviously, I'm a fan, but people are rooting for the Raptors for Canada's
I got
team.
that in my head too.
I kind of have to. It feels weird.
I can't see them losing to Seattle. Seattle has good pitching, but their hitting isn't going to last. Where I think Toronto's hitting can.
And I'm a big vibe guy. I believe in vibes over
It's a
science.
big- it's a
There's
big
so
hit.
much. There's such good vibes in Toronto right now. Like that team is playing so together.
Yeah, it's a team.
Vlad, I've never seen someone hate the Yankees so much in my life. Because a couple years ago, when Vlad was, started talking about free agency, and people asked about the Yankees, he goes, "I would never want to be a Yankee. I like beating the Yankees." And that was awesome because that's a cool talk. And then he walked the walk. He was batting like 580.
Yeah.
And people were making fun of the Yankees for intentionally walking him. You should have walked him every single time you saw him.
Yeah,
I wanted to do that with Judge when we played him.
We were
I'm
mad
surprised
at
Toronto didn't walk Judge more than they did.
Because they
actually-
manhandled
I
him.
know.
But
When you're winning, it's easy to.
But it wasn't a fun series, but we got some moments and we learned a little bit about both teams. The Jays are here to stay, and it's two teams, by the way, the Brewers and the Jays, who looked like mediocre to bad at one point this season and now look amazing.
Wow. The ratings will be horrible.
Yeah, Toronto Brewers, that'll be really bad.
If they're not
Manfred
going to
is-
the Dodgers now, at least to get a big market.
Manfred is definitely praying for the Dodgers.
Even
right
the
now.
Cubs are a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
market
and
than
it's
the
a historical
Brewers,
market too.
But the Brewers and Jays.
Brewers and
ESPN.
Jays or Mariners, those are two
Brewers
teams.
and the Mariners.
Yeah, those are two. At least the Jays will have Canada watching. You have a whole country backing them, but it'll be fun. What I love about baseball is we always get to the end of the year, and I know the Dodgers have dominated, but it does feel like ALCS and NLCS we always have somewhat of a parity. Like Brewers, Cubs right now, whoever Dodgers or the Brewers or the Cubs, like it's going to be fun to watch.
Not to get political, but I have a feeling if
team.
the Jays, Los Angeles, or Chicago win the World Series, they won't be going to the White House.
No, I don't even know how that Jays thing work. Would a Toronto team go to the White House? I don't know if the Raptors.
I don't
did.
even know. I don't think so.
I don't think they would.
I don't think the Raptors did. Do they go to Parliament?
I don't know.
Do they go to
I don't know
ours?
how that works, to be honest.
Like, do they do
It's an
our thing?
American-based game.
I don't know. Do they do our thing? Like, yeah, it's interesting. But
I don't think Gavin Newsom will let the Dodgers go.
Yeah, probably. And just one more thing on vibes. It's very 2015 Jays when they had Donaldson. I know Donaldson was a better player than, but it's very like, oh, we kind of just showed up out of nowhere and now we're gonna have fun. They are playing with house money, even though they won the division. No one thought they were going to. So it's a rootable team.
Yeah.
I'm definitely in them. It's and Springer's a wagon too. I enjoy Springer.
When he's healthy,
He's a great player.
He hasn't been healthy.
And they're doing this with Santander. Santander's been horrible. Like he's all year. But even when he played, he had like a 588 OPS.
Yeah. He's good on Baltimore.
Yeah,
he's a very good hitter.
I wanted him really bad.
He used to hit against the Jays all the time.
Yeah.
So they picked him up.
He's been useless in the playoffs. Yeah. Now that he's been back, guys like Varsho have been playing good. Like it's a well, and they didn't put Scherzer on the roster, and Bassett's hurt. Yeah, he might be back for
Braille's don't pick.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's a good team. All right, let's make our picks of the week.
And just to let you guys know, for the first time in well over a year, we're all tied at 2-1.
All right,
cool. The Rams won. Right?
Rams lost.
Oh, you're 1-2. Sorry, me and him were tied. Guys, I was about to text you guys because last week when I made my pick, I did it really fast because you picked the Rams. I was going to. So I did, and I picked Miami. Wasn't thinking about how bad Miami was. They were up 17-0. I was about to text you guys and go, you laughed at me. True. And then they
hopefully the Dolphins are just bad and the Panthers aren't good for my sake this week.
So Reg E, you're 1-2.
Home thing. There's not many games I can pick this week, but if we can't beat the Jets by double digits, I think it's going to be a game like we played on the Monday night against Cincinnati. Hopefully there's no injuries. I don't care where they're playing. You guys beat the Jets pretty good. If we can't win by 10 points, I'm going to take Denver -7.
All right. I was going to take Denver, but I didn't see Patriots -3.5 against Saints. I think that's easy pick. Even though Rattler looks
trap
good.
Game though.
Is it? I don't know. I
hate those trap games.
Yeah.
You win a big game.
That's true. I'm holding on. I like Drake May. I think he's really good. I think -3. I think they should win. 3.5. But all right, who do you got?
I'm going with our Cowboy. I think we destroy Carolina. I really
so.
think
It could be a half game out of
we're
first.
better than I thought.
We are a lot better than I thought. But
we just got to get that
defense is horrible still. But
they stepped up a bit. We had pressure.
If
We
they
had
get better,
sacks.
you guys are gonna win more games.
again, I said this to my buddy who wants to be back on the podcast, Nate. I said it to Nate, and we're gonna get to the end of the year, and there's gonna be an MVP discussion for Dak, and hypothetically, we get into the playoffs, and we will look back at the Jets game where we had 5 sacks to discredit Dak. Well, but the defense wasn't that bad.
Right now, it's him or Mayfield.
Yeah, to me, but he is not top 5 right now.
Baker is just.
But Dak's not even top 5 in odds right now.
Yeah, he's not.
And no one has him in their top 5. I'm watching this guy every week, and I say this all the time. For my whole life, since I was 12, I've watched this guy carry my team. An organization that he didn't always do with numbers, but an organization that was never serious about winning. And I've seen him go out there every week and take Cole Beasley and take Bryce Butler. I remember in 2018 turning on week 1 to see Bryce Butler, Cole Beasley, and Terrence Williams and an old Jason Witten as my receivers. I saw that man go out there and play with that. Let's give him some flowers finally. The last 2 times we've seen him totally healthy, he has been an MVP caliber quarterback. I'm ready to start talking top 5 too. I'm totally ready to do it.
Right now, it's him or Baker.
And I think it's Baker, sadly.
Well,
because he's just unbelievable.
They bring him back.
He comes back
every game.
Almost all 5.
Literally every game, you watch him make the play to win the game.
Scored 38 against Seattle on the road.
Yeah. No, he's unbelievable. He is the MVP. But I just don't want to get to the end of the year. And because Dallas, we've always been good at front running and beating these terrible teams. And look at, I don't know if this could really age bad tomorrow. But I don't want the defense to have 7 sacks against the Panthers, 5 against the Jets. And at the end of the year, when we're thinking about MVP, we go, was the defense really that bad? Because look at them against the Jets. I don't want to do that. Dak is the only reason this team, and he's doing it with this guy. And he's going to get him back next week, what we've been told. But
he's the reason you got.
He's the reason.
2 wins, right?
Yeah, Dak is the only reason our team's going. He's running a bit. He looks unbelievable. I'm really happy for him. So, all right. We will see you next week. Thank you for watching Trash Talking.
I'm Reg.
I'm me. See you next week.